Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Two Chicks, Three Seats, your favorite hospitality and events industry podcast. Today, I'm here actually with a interim co-host, Azure Collier, who's the director of brand marketing at Tripleseat, and she's going to be joining me today with our very special guest who we're going to be interviewing for this episode. So we have an awesome guest today who will also be joining us at Event Camp on October 26th in New York City, which, by the way, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, they're still on sale right now at tripleseateventcamp.com, which I will also provide in the description for this episode. So today for this episode, we're joined by Ashly Whalen, who is the founder of Menta Graze, which is a luxury experiences business offering grazing boards, pop-up picnics, glamping experiences, and much more. So Ashly is here with us to talk about Menta Graze, creating the perfect event experiences, event industry trends, and more in the hospitality industry. So welcome, Ashly.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
We're so excited. We're so excited to have you here today and chit chat. But could you start off by giving a little introduction about yourself to our listeners?
Yes, so I'm Ashly. I am the founder and owner of Menta Graze. And like you said before, we are a luxury experience company. We offer all things luxury. So we started off with grazing boards and then moved our way to luxury pop-up picnics, glamping experiences. We've started doing more bachelorette decor, like if someone has an Airbnb, we kind of make it super fabulous for the whole entire house. And really anything that you want to be over the top, we do. We are based out of New England, mainly out of southern New England. So that's really kind of Massachusetts and Rhode Island. We do go to Connecticut. We do go to New Hampshire, Maine, and the Cape and everything like that. But majority of our clients are Rhode Island and Mass.
Awesome. And you were a former Tripleseat customer as well?
I was, yes, with Longwood Venues. They are a luxury as well. Venue company, mainly weddings. I was there through their Rhode Island venues. So it was Newport Beach House and Belmare.
Those Newport weddings are definitely over the top.
I was with them for, quite a few years, 6 years. I've been in the event industry for 15 years. So we've seen a lot.
Well, tell us a little bit more about Menta Graze, Ashly. What inspired you to create this business? And it's a fairly new business, right?
It is. Yes, we started this. I started this, and my husband's kind of been my assistant, my helper, my person to carry all the heavy things. So we are a family-owned business. We love the industry. We are a hospitality family industry because my husband does the same thing. So with the whole pandemic and weddings kind of just completely shutting down, we were like, what do? We need to figure something out. I need to work. And we already were doing kind of grazing boards and especially picnics with the Newport mansions. They already let you picnic. So me and my husband would do over the top picnics for just me and him, just because we are over the top people. And I'm like, so many people would come up to us and be like, this is absolutely beautiful. And I'm like, why? We should just do this for people. We know the industry. We know everyone here. It'd be an easy thing for us to do. So we started doing it, and out of nowhere, it blew up. It was such a safe option for people during COVID to kind of have that feel like they have a normal life again, but still be safe and do something. And it was easy with all the restrictions as well. You could just immediately start doing it. And I think that's what helped us as well.
Right.
So
right.
We just keep on having more and more ideas. I can't stop, and I love it.
I know. I mean, we were looking at all the offerings on your website, and I feel like like every single thing, even if it's the smaller scale, the larger scale, is absolutely beautiful. So could you describe some of those packages that you have? And I saw different things, like you have picnic add-ons, maybe talk about the group sizes that you've been working with lately, things like that.
Yeah. So we offer a standard 3 different kinds of packages. So we do a small package, which is just a simple blanket, picnic basket, few pillows, maybe something if you want to do like on the beach, quick, in and out. Then we do your middle package, which is our most popular one. That's got the table, the whole table settings, the centerpieces, rugs, pillows, umbrellas. And then we also have what we call our main event, and that is for big parties. So bachelorettes, birthday celebrations, and everything like that. That comes with lawn games. That's a longer extended time of a picnic. It's really an event, and we have favors. We have, personalized name tags. It's really a customized picnic, which I think a lot of people don't really see because there are a couple of picnic companies out there, but I like to make them as personal as possible, especially for these bachelorettes, because they all have themes. So we go with your theme, we go with your colors. We try to make it as personal and as fun just for you when it comes to the main events. And what I like to say to everyone is you can have a picnic with anything. There's always an excuse to have one, a birthday party, any kind of celebration you're having, a picnic, you can do it. And that's what I love. I love doing the picnics that are just different from your standard luxury picnics. That makes sense. They're already luxury enough, but we like even going bigger. But we do some crazy add-ons. We have people that we've partnered with, which has been great. Redbone Events down in Rhode Island. They have a vintage red truck. So we do sunset luxury picnics on their truck. We can also do photo shoots. So we design photo backdrops on the truck. We do yoga, which is fun too. So if a bachelorette wants to do yoga before the picnic, so that we'll set that all up with mats and everything. And then after their yoga session, they'll come and they'll sit down at the picnic, enjoy charcuterie board and all of that stuff. Really, we have photographer add-ons. We have drink stations, anything you can really think of. We're getting close to them being mini weddings. It's something that I've done for so long. It's so easy for me to do. And I just, I tend to go towards that way.
Such great options, especially since we've had to stay close to home for the last 18 plus months. And do you do these picnics indoors and outdoors? Because it seems like it would be a perfect thing for indoors too, if you got enough space for it.
Absolutely. Whatever anyone wants to do, if you have, this crazy place to do it indoors, we'll do it indoors. Especially when it comes to rain with New England weather. We do this whole summer, there was so much rain. So we have done them like in someone's screened area, in their house. We have done some birthday parties, like a Sweet 16 sleepover. So we've done it in their living room, and they've set up little tents. So they had a picnic in the middle of the living room and tents around it, so they'd sleep in at night, which is fun. And we're also starting to get into, we just kind of launched this Saturday, is luxury dinner parties. So what we do is we've partnered with Social Table Experience that is over here in Southern Mass, and she's a private chef. So she comes right to your house. And then what we'll do is we'll set up the whole entire tablescape. So we make it just candles everywhere. We had it outside. So we had a dining room table outside. It was a fall theme. So we had wine barrels with a drink station on top of them, bistro lighting across the table. Everyone had their own little blanket and personalized like little haystack name tags. So,
oh my God, so cute.
Yeah. So we're seeing other options to make, these luxury experiences kind of go more inside too, especially with the cold months coming up.
Yeah.
Right.
So. I could definitely go for a luxury Thanksgiving.
Tell me about it. Cook for me, please.
Who are your most popular clients? So who do you work with?
This past summer, we have done a lot of proposals and a lot of bachelorettes. And we did a special going to kind of book some weekday activities. So just a foursome of girls. It's a very girl trend. For you and your girlfriends, grab a bottle of wine, have charcuterie board, and just, chat. But bachelorettes and proposals for sure. We're trying to get more of a birthday kind of thing going and more other stuff. But yes, as I said, the wedding industry, I lean towards it leans towards me.
Right. It sounds gorgeous. And when you're just talking about how it's like such a girls thing, grab the wine, grab the girlfriends, get together to celebrate. I feel like I've seen other like content creators and influencers, you'd say, on Instagram that post about, like, I've noticed some from like California, so not over here, but who post about this sort of thing. So I don't know. I feel like it's such like a trendy thing for Instagram, especially. Do you find that and I was looking also at your Instagram account. It's so aesthetically pleasing. And I feel like it's exactly what you think of when you think of a luxury brand, luxury experience. So do you find that Instagram is your main form of marketing, or how do you find your clients through marketing?
Yeah. So before my Instagram, we started, I obviously needed to do quite a few picnics to get that Instagram to look the way that it does.
Right.
We were doing word of mouth. I actually did a lot of free picnics to get going. I've reached out to a lot of influencers in this area to do kind of picnics for them. And that's what really it is. It's Instagram and social media that just skyrockets everything that we've been trying to do. That's where I get most of my messages. And I can't thank it enough. The word of mouth, we do expos and we do craft fairs and just kind of stage items, or I've done the craft fairs in this area for photo opportunities. So, because with craft fairs, they're selling items that they made, and that's not what we do. So we just kind of set it up. Girls and everyone with their, significant others take pictures, and they're just like, oh my God, we got to do this at home, or we got to do this. And that's what helps as well.
Right.
I do like, you just said we should do this at home. This seems like a trend that you could do at home or at a venue. So we work with a ton of venues, with restaurants, hotels, and unique venues. How could someone who works there, who's listening to the podcast, try to create some of the same kind of luxury experiences at their venues? Like, what would they need to do, or what should they be looking for if they partner with a vendor like you to bring in the luxury experiences?
Right. So we have been working with venues in our area. So they'll hire me not to book for them. They'll book the client, and then they'll say, okay, to detail your picnic, you can reach out to Ashly. We've partnered with her, and we go from there. So that's something I think what venues should be doing. If it's a restaurant, I think it's a little bit easier for restaurants and hotels to be doing their own, just because they have their own in-house kitchen. They have more of their own inventory that they can kind of host stuff like that with, hotels, maybe by a pool or their lounge area outside. You can use anything. Whatever you have inventory wise, the people just don't want to do the work. So if you just give them a charcuterie board and just beautiful lighting, that is the easiest step. And then you kind of just grow from there. And it's, when someone books, I think you could just tell them it's an add-on with a booking, just as if, to try to enhance them to go to their restaurant that's in their hotel. They have an alternative option. Everyone loves to sit outside or do something a little different. And as you were saying, an Instagram where they picture people, they'll do it for that. So that is a big seller that we did. I make sure that on my website, everything is said, it's Instagram worthy. I love it. So I think that's the best way. But if a venue doesn't want to hire someone, they kind of think that they can do it. I would suggest having them get all their inventory through a rental company, so they're not, holding on to all their inventory, because there is a lot. I mean, you should see our storage facility. chaos.
I want to. You should post that on Instagram. I think that'd be awesome.
I have to reorganize it. It's been a crazy season. But it's good.
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking about those hotels and, any restaurants that have any outdoor space. And boy, you said by the pool. Any hotel that has a rooftop pool should be listening.
Yes,
because I would
need to die for.
That would be an amazing luxury experience at a rooftop pool. Oh my
God, nice bottle of champagne. You are good.
Yes, and nice view. Yes. Or anybody that's close to a beach. You guys should be doing this.
I completely agree. And that's like the thing with here. State beaches are so private. So if anyone has the opportunity to be able to be on a beach, that is huge. We can only do private beaches here. We can't do public beaches, which is a bummer, but so that will be a game changer for them to start booking.
Well, so obviously in your role and in your company, you have to be up and aware of all the trends that are coming, and you're always thinking of different ideas for new things to add to the packages, new things to try. So do you have any other trends that you predict becoming popular as we move into 2021 or into 22, or things that you maybe think would go away? Just any sort of event trend insight that you could give to our listeners.
We have been, what I was saying earlier is those luxury private dinners, those over the top private chef dinners. So the tablescapes over the top, your settings over the top, and you have that private chef. I know restaurants and hotels have been doing, chef dinners for a while, but I think with now adding decor and all those picturesque things is huge these days. And that's what people will spend the extra money for. And that's what I am going towards and adding on to what we have. Of course, the glamping and pop-up picnics are still so new right now that I'm not looking or branching out so much, but I am at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Of course, with themes and with colors and, pampas grass is like huge. So we use that with everything. I have it behind me. But now I think backdrops too. So that's a huge thing that we're doing is backdrops. I know that sounds super weird, but they're getting so insanely creative that I feel like I have to start making backdrops for every event that I have.
Do you have any examples of ones you've done or seen?
What are people doing for backdrops?
Plywood. I know that sounds weird too as well, but they're cut out plywood and they're like hinges, so they kind of look like partitions, but they're all colorful and they have flowers and big like arrangements attached to them. So
you paint the plywood?
I paint them, yeah. So I have about 3 different I offer for right now. With me being 6 months pregnant, I had to put down the power tools for a little bit. I will get back at it and make a lot more. It's, it's such a game changer. Like I even think with venues and hotels with working with Longwood too, they had a lot of walls that were backdrop picturesque items. Yeah. And that was like a huge draw to have people book with Longwood. And I noticed that a lot of people are requesting backdrops with their picnics and their glamping, especially for bachelorettes and those large parties. People want that. And I will just to have them book I'll add it in. I'm already bringing a bunch of stuff. What's a backdrop at this point? To just have them book. And I think that like if, maybe a hotel is trying to think of something, small to try to get some people in, it's that picturesque kind of event trend that's gonna get more and more creative. So
you're always looking for the Instagram worthy background. So
yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, if I can bring it to someone, people love it. Right. Like, yes.
Yeah. I mean, obviously people are taking photos as it is, but just add in that extra touch and it's, the ideal Instagram photo.
Yeah. Makes your selfie better.
Perfect it.
You're going to start bringing ring lights with you too.
Oh my God. They attach to your phone now.
Yeah.
That should be the favor.
I would die. I would love it.
What are you looking at for holidays? Do you have any special packages for the holidays? Or we're in fall right now, and I did see your Instagram this weekend of the outdoor dinner and the fall theme. So what are you doing for holidays or seasonal kinds of packages?
So right now we have a igloo. So it's a portable igloo, so we can bring that anywhere. So you can have like a nice romantic dinner. It does fit only 2 people at the moment. So just because I love over the top, so I bring so much decor that goes into this igloo that I suggest to. I do have a heater, so with the winter, we're hoping to do some winter wonderland picnics in there. And then especially with Valentine's Day, we want to, we're already shooting, we're like months ahead of time. But we do spend most of our time doing our grazing boards during the holidays. We deliver them, we do pick up, and we do multiple kinds. So right now we're doing a bunch of Halloween boards. Then we'll do the Thanksgiving boards. I know we're doing a meat skull for someone.
That's awesome.
It's so cool. I am obsessed with Halloween. So I was like, yes, thank you. I can't wait to do this. But Thanksgiving is a huge grazing board time. And so is Christmas. We also do hot cocoa grazing boards. So with our grazing boards, they're all boutique. They're different. They're designed differently. There's, you know what I mean? We put so much energy into them to look over the top. I mean, we did a 3-tier one not too, actually last year, New Year's Eve, and we had brie cut out of that said 2021 with like inside it. And it was this gold tier thing. And it's just, we wanted it to be a showstopper every single time. So that's kind of what we're looking for to do to keep us busy if people don't want to do the igloo as much.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, what you were saying about Thanksgiving being a big grazing board time, I feel like that just all makes sense, especially with the pandemic last year. Not a lot of people were traveling for Thanksgiving. So I feel like that was the prime time to get in on it.
Yeah. And we're
all binge watching TV at home. So why not have a grazing board along with that?
I just could eat that every day. And
there's nothing better than a good board.
Yeah, I agree.
I have another general kind of marketing question. So you were saying earlier how you work with influencers on Instagram. Do you have any advice, or did you have any experience at Longwood working with that kind of clientele for promotional things, or just any advice for anyone who may be working with that kind of creator to promote their business?
Yes. You know what I mean? I got a lot of no's. So the thing is when you're trying to work with marketing, you don't be discouraged when someone says no. You keep on going. If I stopped after, my second no, I would have stopped 2 weeks into starting my business. So it's just, someone will say yes. And then once one person does it, the next person wants to do it. And then you're going to start getting going. You have to take the chances. It's scary. It's terrifying. We've put a lot of time, effort, and money into doing what we're doing. And, like they say, blood, sweat, and tears. But with marketing, I think that you just really have to put yourself out there, and you have to just ask and go for it, because the worst is they're going to say no. The best is they're going to say yes. Right. And I know that's kind of a standard thing to say when it comes to marketing, but it's true. It's just, that's what's helped. So, I've even reached out to TikTok, like people, because there's one that's in New Bedford, Zachariah. He's literally 2 towns away from us, and he's huge on TikTok right now. And I didn't hear anything from him, but that doesn't mean, later down the road when I try again, he may say yes. Right. So, and it could even get bigger from there. So, and I think that even if you with marketing, take on the small jobs too. that's what I've learned is that, you know, it may not be the best money, or, you know, it may be a lot more work than what it costs. It'll still give you business, and it will still help you out in the long run. You just say yes.
I know. And what you said before about like one person posts and then maybe a friend of theirs would see it too. And then, you know, that person who didn't respond to you is going to see you in another month from now. And it's going to be like, wow, I wish I had responded to that DM beforehand.
Yeah. They might see some image that you post somewhere or a video and go, oh my God, that's gorgeous and delicious. And where's that message?
It does. And it does happen. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's a chain effect. It just, you know, keeps on eventually going once you get that one in there.
I think that feeds into what you were saying about, you know, don't say no to the small jobs too. Like you never know who's sharing a photo from that someone else is going to see. And then that leads to the big jobs.
It does. Yes. You know what I mean? Just because, you know what I mean? Say I said no to a 2-person picnic, be like, oh, you know, it's really not worth my time. You know what I mean? They don't have the budget that I'm working with. And if you can make it work, like, you don't know who you're working with. You don't know who that person is. You don't know who that person knows. And it's just, I like to just treat everyone, not as if they're like the president, but like, you know, that they're just as important. So, and it does help. I've seen that some of my small clientele, my small picnics have brought in 4 more picnics right behind it. So those little ones help a lot.
Of course. Do you do anything? Will you send anything, or it's all going to be in the New England area? Just to confirm. So anyone listening, trying to their because I'm
you could get an Australian picnic. You never know.
God. That's gonna be a hefty price tag, but I'll go there. Honestly, I will. We do travel. You know what I mean? Especially when I say yes to everywhere in New England. I'm in southern Massachusetts, so I'm right on Rhode Island and Mass. And if we go up to Maine, it's still a 3-hour drive.
Right.
We charge a little bit more to get to that destination, but we don't like to go crazy over the price. Charging for travel.
Right.
So yeah, somewhere in New York, or, we'll do it. I don't like saying no to a lot of people, because it's an experience for us too, when we're doing stuff like that, when we're traveling, and we're learning from that as a company. And, there's just so many different kinds of people out there and experiences. Why not?
Just making a mental note for myself for the future.
I like it. Yeah.
Where I'll meet up with my friends who live all up in the New England area.
So. Yeah, if you travel to New York, I'm in Brooklyn and we have a ton of parks, so I could see this working out.
I like it. We have family in Brooklyn, so we love to travel. Kids and all, we bring them.
Okay. Well, I feel like we're wrapping up on some of the questions, but we did want to ask you if you could give a little sneak peek to what we'll be seeing from you at event camp, actually.
Yeah, I'm still working on it. You may see a little sneak peek of what we do offer. We may be traveling in bulk. The car will be full. So you're not just going to see me, you will see other items. So I don't want to give away too much, but there'll be examples of what we have to offer. And so if you want to take pictures and you want to tag us, yes, please do.
So people attending will get a little bit of the experience themselves.
Yeah.
You hear that, listeners? You better be out of it. October 26th.
And Ashly's session is called Level Up with Luxury Experiences at Private Events. Mm-hmm. That gives you an idea.
Yes, we always like to level up.
All right. Well, this was awesome. And I loved hearing all about Menta Graze, and we're so excited to see you. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was awesome.
And to our listeners out there, I'll put all of the information for Ashly and Menta Graze into our description so you can check out for yourself. the amazing offerings that we've been describing. And thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
So